Welcome back, listeners, to yet another episode of Quotables podcast, a podcast where we discuss movies and quote the crap out of them. I'm Lex, and once again, I'm joined by my co-host, Ernie. How's it going, Erns?
I'm doing well, dude. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Tell me something. Tell me something good. I don't know.
No, you're fine. If for those who don't know, obviously, sometimes when we tell you what the movie we're doing, you guys are going to see straight out because in the podcast,
it
tells you it's going to be
reveal.
Not a big reveal, but we're doing Tropic Thunder. Came out 2008. Great, funny movie. We both love it. We'll get into it a little bit more later on. Just want to tell people though, this is a spoiler cast.
Oh yeah.
So we are gonna.
If you haven't learned by 30th episode, I think it's the 30th.
I'm not sure. I think it's a 29th or 30th. Either or.
We'll see.
But yeah. So for those who don't know, we spoil the crap out of a movie and we talk about it in depth. So
yes.
Yeah.
This movie is also, back when it was made, it probably wasn't as big a concern. It was, but not as much it'd probably be now because it does depict blackface and it does make fun of mentally challenged people.
Yeah, mentally
But
disabled.
we'll get into why we think it's okay. Well, I think it's it's never okay, but why it's okay in this sense of this movie, right?
Because the whole movie, and I know what he's trying to say. The whole movie is satire comedy.
Exactly, yeah.
And so it's really trying to dive deep into the stupidity of Hollywood, right? So it does like take a lot of it. You'll see it a lot. And these people
and the cliche war movie. Like,
yeah. And these people are ignorant. That's the point of them. They're acting as ignorant people. It's not to say that Robert Downey Jr. for being blackface is a racist person. Obviously, in the movie, he's playing an ignorant person. That that's his character.
He's going to the lengths like actors go to do these roles.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
Like Robert Downey Jr. and Ben Stiller's characters will be the perfect example of this. So let's go. Let's start it up, shall we? Funny story. I think I told you this story before, and I might have mentioned in this podcast. I'm not sure, but Tropic Thunder, when it first came out, I was actually in Puerto Vallarta, and I really wanted to watch this movie. This movie and Pineapple Express had came out at the same time, and I really wanted to watch it. And so I went to an internet cafe to try to stream it off like a bootleg thing, and I wasn't able to find. Well, I was able to find this one, but not Pineapple Express. But I watched this movie, and I sat in that the internet cafe for 2 hours watching this movie.
I remember you telling me the story. Actually, it was that story is in one of our first podcasts that we did together was me and my friend Geeky. Yeah, okay. That's where you talked about it, which was a random little story, but. It's awesome.
I just was really wanted to see this movie, and I never got to see it in theaters, which I wish I did because the trailers, the movie trailers that it makes for the movie. Because I don't know. Did you watch it in theaters?
No, I did not. Actually, I was going to tell you my story. So I've never watched this movie. I ended up watching it when it came out, like on DVD, Blu-ray, all that, and that's how I ended up like renting it and watching it. So I didn't know anything about this movie. I didn't know it had come out. I didn't know who was in it. I just knew Ben Stiller, and that's it, right? And so, yeah. But yeah, continue, sir.
Yeah, so going back to that trailer, I can imagine like somebody watching it not knowing, like think maybe they thought these movies were legit. Because first it starts off with the concession stand, which is the "I Love the Pussy" by Al Pacino. I love the pussy. I love the pussy. And it's all what is it?
Busting up bar.
Yeah, it's a busting up bar. The concession stand is all. Well, what's the drink called?
It has booty sweat.
Booty sweat. It's all booty sweat. Popping ass open.
The voice though too, he goes popping ass open.
It's that trailer thing, right?
Yeah.
And the next movie is Scorcher, which is Ben Stiller's movie. Tug Speedman's this character, and it's talking about the movie Scorcher 1 and 2, and he's like, but this time it's going gosh, and like some stupid shit. Like it's about a movie about I guess the end of the world with like heat is just taking over the world, right? And then but this third one is going to be about the Ice Age instead. And for some reason, he has a baby in his arm, like, and every time.
The last one is what he has to do.
He has the third one, he has the, doesn't he have like a little polar bear or something? Like, he has like an animal, but he goes, who left the fridge open? So here we go again.
It's like Scorcher 5.
Again. I thought it was 3. Was it 5? Okay.
I think it's like 5. He's all, but it's different this time.
But it's different this time. Dun, dun. And then the next movie is The Fatties, which is Jack Black's Jeff Portnoy's character. it's basically the Nutty Professor.
Mm-hmm.
It's Jack Black playing multiple characters in a family, and they're just all farting the whole time.
Yeah.
It's all, but it does the stupid like the little record scratch, and then even has the song. And then one of the guys like, in some countries it's considered a compliment. It's so dumb, but like
I want to
again, like we're like okay, like we're talking about the Scorcher, like the ridiculous action movies that come out, like Fast and the Furious movies. There's like 10 of them, bro. And then like, or in the farts movie, like how people laugh at these fart, like there's stupid movies that get made, but then this is what is it, Fart 2?
This is the fatties Fart 2. I do want to say something about the Jack Black movie. He does do a thing where, or he is portraying an actor who's basically the sellout comedian. That's who he is.
That's what it is. Yeah.
And
super addicted to drugs.
Yeah, and all that stuff. And like, I think a lot of people, like when they watch this movie, that's the thing, is like watch it and pay attention, because there's a lot of little nuances. Like he does a lot of like little,
like you said, it's targeting just the Hollywood.
Yeah, the Hollywood stuff. So they're making fun of it like really bad. And like, dude, that's like actually one of the quotes I use a lot. In some places, it's considered a compliment.
But the last movie, because I wouldn't really care to watch these other movies, but the last movie I'd watch.
That's right. Well, me and him, we would pay good money for this.
And we would react it.
We would. Quotables.
Starring Tobey Maguire and Kirk Lazarus, which is Robert Downey Jr.'s character.
And this is the first. Yeah,
Satan's Alley.
This is the first foray into the Marvel Sony cross cinematic universe, right?
The multiverse. But basically, this is about it's the stupid. They're two monks.
Yeah.
Who are in love with each other, and he's like, the voiceover is like, to be different is to be condemned, and to be condemned is to die. And then
it's a song.
And it's all because Tobey Maguire, winner of the MTV's Best Kiss Award, because he won it for Spider-Man.
Kirk Lazarus,
the Golden Monkey Award,
the Crying Monkey Award.
And at the end, it just, I've been a bad boy, father.
Oh my God.
That's my favorite. I love that, dude. But they look so great. Like,
yeah, dude.
Toby's face looks intense, and like he's just like, and then Robert Downey Jr. like, oh, like he's doing like a face of relief. They're grabbing they're untying the ropes, right?
No, they're grabbing each other's hands and they're grabbing the rosary together.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is.
Because it's so forbidden,
and
to
he
be
screams, oh!
homosexual. He's all, why? That's what he said.
And at the end, it's all Satan's Alley. They're all like walking, holding hands. Is the Satan Alley mean Satan's butthole? Is that what that title's referring to?
Is it really?
I feel like it is. I don't know.
Dude, that's funny. I've never thought of that.
I just thought of it.
That's so hilarious. Dude, honestly, we would pay good money to see
I would
this,
pay good money. I'd pay good money.
Dude. Really good money.
With same actors and everything.
Everything.
So now we actually get into the actual movie, which gets introduced. So like, I'm wondering, like, how many people are just like, what the hell? Like, is this real?
Yeah, because it literally starts off right away, and there's it's just trailers.
Yeah.
And then it starts off with the actual opening, the DreamWorks and all that. So yeah, I'm sure people were like, "What the hell did we just watch?"
Yeah, but then after watching the movie, they understood. Like,
yeah, of course.
So yeah, we get the actual intro with it has the typing on the screen telling us what the deal. Like, so basically, it's a movie about a war veteran who came back. It's off of the 4, 3 wrote a book. Of the 3, 2 were published, and 1 got a movie deal. Yeah. And then has a sweet ass war movie intro.
And then going on.
So yeah, and then we get down to this war scene where we get this whole shit's going down. We get a little intro to everyone. We see Kirk Lazarus as Robert Downey Jr.'s character in his blackface. He says, he's, "Oh, get down, fuckers!" And like we see everybody that we saw in the trailers. Basically, they're in this movie with some added. And you got Jeff Bordner playing this guy named Fat. So, listen, you cherry fuck, you calling that snake and nape and get us some boom boom now. Because Jay Baruchel, that is that guy, and that little geeky dude and everything. Gets his intestines ruined and opened up.
I think I could put it back in.
It's so dumb.
And then what's his face? Al Pacino comes out, and then he says, he goes, "It's from Brooklyn, motherfucker."
It's from Brooklyn, motherfucker. And they're talking about, we haven't seen 4-Leaf, and the Portnoy's like, that bastard's got luck to his ice. But the real scene stealer is Kirk Lazarus, which is Robert Downey Jr., who plays the blackface. He's I think it's an Australian.
He's Australian in the movie.
In the movie, and he's playing this blackface, and he's like, "Mow down, get your Detroit Drew Bass, Jerry Corass, and that chicken shit chop chop ASAFP." And then they're asking about 4-Leaf, and they see him, which is Ben Stiller's character, the main character of them, and then He's getting shot the hell up, bro. And this is the line that I would love to say. It's Lazarus. He looks at him. He's like, survive. And then but it's so intense him getting shot up, huh?
It's funny because what's his name? The geeky dude, I forget his name always.
Ray Jade Rouge. I forget his name. Oh, it's Sandusky.
Thank you, Sandusky. So he's like with his intestines in the helicopter, and he goes, look, all in the song.
He's gonna just
that's from Splatoon, who those who don't know.
And then Lazarus like, cover me, you limp dick. Oh yes. And he's like, peekaboo, I'll see you. But he finally catches up to them, and he grabs Four Leaf, and then one of the enemies throws a grenade at the helicopter, and that's when Four Leaf gets up and like Cat tries to catch it and ends up blowing his hands off. And he grabs him. Lazarus goes, oh, look at you, man, playing with grenades. So, ain't nothing but a thing. What? And then
I do want to say something because I messed up because I said Splatoon, I meant Platoon. Sorry,
you're thinking about the salty Splatoon from SpongeBob. But then Four Leaf's like, when we get back to the world, I'm gonna teach you how to juggle.
And he's like, hold my hands, and his hands are all like.
That's what he's like. Oh boy.
He's like, oh boy, and that's what he tells me. He goes, when we go back to the real world, I'm gonna teach you how to juggle.
So they're trying to go back and forth, and they're crying, but then that's when we see that. I got something to say. You're my bro. You're my bro. Just like laughing and crazy, and then like you see that they're filming this movie in the background, which is Damien Cockburn is the director, played by Steve Coogan. I think that's how you say his name. I don't know. But he's like, no, we're still rolling. They keep asking for cuts because like Four Leaf's not feeling it. Ben Stiller's character. He's like, should I be crying? And he's like, they asked the real Four Leaf, which is played by Nick Nolte.
Like, did you cry?
Are you crying when your hands blow up? He's all. He shakes his head no. He's all, see? So now we're getting rewrites. Let's just rewrite it. And then
we're going to wait till Chinese New Year. Wait for my man to cry.
Action Jackson can't cry. And then we get Cody, which is played by Danny McBride, which is, if you guys probably know him from Pineapple Express. He's from a lot of stuff. He's just he plays that douche character all the time. Mm-hmm. He's like, hey, Damien, we ready to go? He's like, I got these explosives coming. He's like, I got Tuck and Kim got the blue balls here. I'm going to let them squirt and let them go. And so I need some Americans. He's like, I need some dudes that speak American. God damn it. He's making a fucking sweater back here. I'm trying to put a tiger bomb in this jungle's nuts. He's like the fast talking, like, asshole, like always.
Super fast, yeah.
But like you were mentioning earlier, like the shit they're saying is like, God, that shit's fucking racist.
Yeah, they're ignorant. Obviously, like, you get like, dude, watch this movie. Well, I mean, obviously, you're listening to the podcast. You most likely watched the movie.
I hope so.
But yeah, rewatch the movie again and like pay attention and like that's who they're playing is like these ignorant bunch of people that don't know, right?
That's like the industry. So it's shallow. They treat people like like crap,
like crap, and that's what it is. But it's just the way they deliver these lines.
They do it really well
because the actors are funny, dude.
It's a good,
but
cast.
It's bad. But it's like it's funny.
And then they're about to go back into the scene though. And then he's like 3, 2, 1. He's like, can we not get down? I'm not a rocket ship.
I'm not a rocket ship. Yeah.
And we're cutting or crying. And then obviously the movie doesn't go well. There's a big explosion that wasn't even filmed. And then we cut to the newscast and the lady's like, the movie's already set to be 1 month behind schedule, only 5 days into shooting. And then they're talking, they're giving us a little background on the actors, like Jeff Portnoy's the druggie. They got Kirk Lazarus, he's the winner, and he's got bad boy antics off the screen. And then we see Ben Stiller, who's like, the Scorcher movies have lost their heat. And he's doing the Tyra Banks interview. He's like, no one will like you. You're on the wrong side of 40. And she's just talking shit to him.
She's like, you're on the wrong side of 40. And someone said that they cared about you.
Someone close to you.
Said they cared about you. And then he goes, someone said they cared about me.
and that's when we talk about
it's like it's a whole Access Hollywood report, right? Exactly. And it's like super like
how it really is.
Yeah, and it's funny because I have not seen, well, at least I don't watch TV, but I have not seen a report like that in a long time.
Oh no, yeah,
like that's like a big thing like back in like 2000s, 90s.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, for sure you don't see that anymore. But continue.
And she keeps talking. She's like, yeah, her recent flops, chitlin' in the dude.
Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, and then this is where we get into Simple Jack, which is him playing the mentally disabled person. Kid. Yeah. He's like, you make me happy. He's really bad. And
he's a mentally disabled farmhand who can talk to
right?
Animals.
That's what it is.
It's so ridiculous, but obviously, like that's the point of it. He's being a ridiculous character, and then like she goes. It's his wife actually comes out in the movie, and then he goes. What does he say? He goes, something, and then she goes, "You got a fine brain, Jack." And then he goes, "You mama make me happy," and that's like a run-on joke because essentially.
Yeah, and then and then even the lady at the end, she's like, "Well, hopefully this movie can make some money." And I was like, totally fucking with them. Damn, that's messed up.
They're so messed up. That he's like, because Captain Four Leaf, he loses his hands. Supposedly, right? And he has like the two hook hands.
Oh yeah. So he's using the two hook hands to get into character,
like the whole time to get into character.
But I don't think in the movie he probably never gets to that point.
No, and then he ends up like he's like touching a pot sticker.
Oh yeah.
The food, and he's like gripping it. It's so weird.
And that's when we get our intro to the Packer, which is played by Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, I love Matthew McConaughey.
Fun fact, not so fun actually. This role was actually supposed to be Owen Wilson.
Really?
But after he tried to commit suicide, Owen Wilson. You
no, I did not know that. That's crazy.
He was recovering still, so he replaced him. He gave him some time.
That's crazy.
All right.
Well, poor guy, dude. But that's awesome that.
And then he gave him the time.
That's awesome that he recovered and all that. Yeah, exactly. That's crazy.
And then so Rick Becker, he's talking about the movies. Like, did you see that Access Hollywood piece? Like, yeah, it was like pistol whipping a blind kid. And then they're talking about randomly like adopted kids. And he's like, how's yours working out? And he's like, well, at least you got to choose yours. I'm stuck with mine. Like,
yeah, if you notice the picture, dude, pay attention to the picture. Whoever watches this movie again, like he's like gripping that kid. Like
he's super happy, smiling. Yeah, and the kid's like just super depressed. Looks like my brother.
Oh, Pudgy Pudge. Those who didn't listen to the last cast. Or
so then this is where we cut to Cockburn. He's gonna have to go talk to Les Grossman, who's pissed off. Les Grossman, played by Tom Cruise, in some ridiculous looking like suit, whatever that was.
You heard about Tom Cruise, right? Doing this movie. No. So they interviewed him and they asked him like, "Why did you end up doing this movie?" And he goes, or they asked him, "Can you do this one like little thing?" He's like, "Yes, I will do it for you, Ben. But I need two things. He's like, I need fat hands. Oh yeah. And I need to dance." and he's like, "You need to do that, man." He's like, "Yes." And that's then so he gave it to him, so he did it.
Yeah,
and that's why he does
big hands. And he's in the camera. He's like, who in here holds a key grip? He's like, hit that director in the face really fucking hard. And then they're talking about
the way he punches him. I didn't know, but they fast forward it, but it looks so hard, bro.
Oh yeah, he hits him really hard. He goes, and then what's his name? Rob Solomon, which is played by Bill Hader in the background. He's all, "You spanked that ass, Les."
Because he tells him, he's all, these actors, they're like babies. He's all, you know what you do to the actors? Ass. He's like, you grab them and you spank them.
And that's when the real Four Leaf interrupts. He's like, "You want to take your actors? You take them to the shin." He's all, "Who's this guy?" He's all, "It's Four Leaf." He's all, "I wrote the book." He's all, "You're an American hero. Now shut the fuck up and let me do my job." I love this part though, because after that meeting, you cut to Cockburn and Four Leaf on the beach, because Four Leaf is like camped out by the beach, and he's like, "So I didn't like the hotel, Four Leaf?" And he's like, "Bitch, give me nightmares." Nick Nolte's voice is just sweet. Dude. So I don't know what it is about it, but he just plays a tough guy. Like any voice he does it.
I want to go back a little bit because when we're talking about like they're giving that little Access Hollywood interview. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite scenes that I didn't mention was the one where they're talking about Kirk Lazarus' character, like the actual actor, right?
The bad boy
and
antics.
He's the bad boy antics or whatever, right? And then he's supposed to be playing a Colin Farrell in real life. Because I guess Colin Farrell was like that or something like that.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, and that's where he got his like Colin Farrell and another actor. But yeah, and then he's like, and then the song's like, and he's like flipping off butt naked.
I don't. He's like in the street and just punches some dudes.
Yeah. So such a random thing. But yeah, I just wanted to say that's who people were saying that he's trying to play Colin Farrell. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Four Leaf's talking. He's all, "You couldn't find a Dixie coon skin with an Iowa hooker holding your prick and showing you the way." And then Cockburn's like, "Huh?" And that's when he tells them the plan to take the actors off, like for real, like take them to the real jungle. Don't even tell them, just film it, like hitting cameras. Yeah, guerrilla style. He's all, "Yeah, we can do it." He's like, "Yes, Four Leaf, yes." And so that's when they cut to them flying to the island and landing. And then, so Damien's telling them the whole plan, and then he takes everyone's phones. Then he goes to Lazarus. He's like, "There ain't no phones and cell phones in '69. I'm headed to legitimate." He destroys the phone, gives him the whole lowdown. He's all, "This is the talkie-talkie. I only have access. The chopper is God, and I am Jesus Christ, his son. And you are my chosen disciples." And he's like, "Let's go make the greatest movie ever." And then that's when he steps on a mine and blows up, which is a real mine, but the actors think
that it's a fake
he's real. That the Kirk, he goes, "He ain't playing God. He's being judged by him." And that's when, you know, like Ben Stiller, he's like, nah, dude, this is part of the movie. And he's tricking us. He grabs the head and he's like, you're going to get the shots. I'm from London. I direct plays. He's like, look, I'm David Beckham. But like he even starts like licking the head. This is real movie magic, guys.
He's like, this is movie magic. He's like, this blood. He's like, movie blood. He's like, tastes like real blood.
It tastes like real movie blood. It's gross.
And then he kicks it.
It's so sweet.
Oh god.
And then while that's happening, we see the actual enemies on they're like these Viet I don't even know what ethnicity
the
they
Viet
are.
Cong,
Taiwanese or something like that. I don't know. They say it later.
No, because they're in Vietnam. They're in Vietnam.
Something like that. No, I think they're somewhere else. I think he reveals it later.
Then I don't recall. Then there must have been something that we just kind of over our head. But
and then Forley's hey, Sandusky's like, come here. So you got to talk and go, I got a bad feeling about this one. He's like, yeah. You know. He's like, no. You got to say, I got a bad feeling. He's like, This is probably one of my favorite little like scenes. He goes, I got a bad feeling on this one, Fats. He's like, just don't get frightened in this bullshit valley. First thing I'm doing is paying my $2 so I can watch Brooklyn bust his cherry on a sweet little mama Sandinky do pute. and then Al Pacino, shit, Brooklyn be nagged and tagged before he get any cooch. He died probably be a cooch, this motherfucker. Zipper no down.
Zipper Motown.
Zipper Motown. So Motown's character is Al Pacino. Brooklyn is the Sandusky character, and Fats is Jack Black. And then after they're doing that, what's his name? Lazarus interrupts. You asshole! This motherfucker dead. This ain't no Chris Angel, mind freak, David Blaine, Judge Gore, horse shit jumping off here. He's like, that ain't go to goddamn takes. Ain't no goddamn motion picture. He's
all, yeah. Then why are you still in character?
I know I don't, but I don't have to tell you. He's like, man, I don't drop character till I do the DVD commentary. And you got a little fact about that, don't you?
I do. So supposedly I haven't actually watched this myself. But supposedly, when they do the DVD commentary for this movie, he actually does the voice throughout the whole.
I don't think I've ever listened to a DVD commentary, like a full one. Like I've heard it, but like I've never really.
I have like two, but the one that I can remember was the Resident Evil movie, the one with Mila
Jovanovic or whatever.
Yeah. So I saw that one, and they're talking, and like the cast is really freaking funny talking about it. And then she goes, oh, then like they just like, oh, he's like, oh, cooter. Because like in one of the parts, it's your vagina. It's like a little thing, but it's funny, like the way they because some actors are really they become close, obviously, with the movie, so they're funny with each other.
That's cool. So the real enemy start to shoot at them, but they think it's still fake. Well, obviously, Four-Leaf does. So they have he goes all crazy, and like the guys are like, they did not fear death, and that's when Cody blows up some shit, right? I think he blows up a tree line, and that's when they all leave, and then so like. Where am I? Oh, I'm sorry. And then so like they decide to keep going. So we have a little montage, classic war movie music from Clearance Clearwater Revival. Is that how you say that? Say it? Yeah. Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Revival.
You got Fats eating some jelly beans, which is important later. It's a really drugs. He's just like, my fucking jelly beans. And then Sandusky's like, can I have some?
He's like, oh, I love jelly beans.
I love jelly beans. No, you get any fucking jelly beans. And that's when we get a dialogue with Four-Leaf and Lazarus about talking about his Simple Jack rule. And Lazarus tells him, never go full retard. He's basically telling him like, oh, you went too hard in the role. That's why you didn't do well. Like he's like, no, I spent time with them. He's like, there was actually times I felt retarded. He's like, I had to stop and think, well, wait. He's like, am I really retarded? He's like, when you was a character, when you was Jack. Stupid ass Jack.
And then he goes,
you're fun about that. Laughing your ass off. He's like, never go full retarded, man. He's like, I am Sam Sean Penn. Went full retarded.
Went home empty-handed.
Went home empty-handed. Like, not retarded, but retarded is retarded. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's the way they just keep saying that word, right?
But yeah, this convo that wouldn't fly.
No, right definitely not. But I like the what he's saying is true.
Yeah.
Obviously, because a lot of the movies he's talking about, talks about Tom Hanks and Forrest Gump.
Yeah, of course.
Talking about freaking Rain Man.
Well, there was I think I forgot what the association was, but they was actually complaining about this, and they were gonna have it removed. But then I think one of the producers or something like that said no. He's like, no, we're showing how stupid actors are being, like when they take these roles, like and the risks that are involved. You know? What I mean? Like, that's exactly what we were talking about.
No,
earlier.
I'm kind of glad that they kept it in because some actors are stupid.
That's
like
the point of the movie. Like this.
Yeah, a lot of people like dislike that Jim Carrey went out of his way to become. When he did the Truman Show or whatever, that, and he acted like that actual guy.
No, that's not the Truman. That was.
sorry, Man on the Moon. Sorry,
Man on the Moon.
Thank you. So when he did that movie, like he got lost and immersed in that role. And like some actors do this thing where they
Method acting.
Method acting. Thank you. And like a lot of people see that as a really dumb thing to do because like you get lost in a character. So that's what this is. Is like method acting
exactly.
is like
it can really screw
mess up your
career.
head.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, in Jim Carrey's case, he did that was really well done.
But like,
but he pissed off a lot of people along the way.
Yeah, a lot of people.
So we cut to Four Leaf, and Cody seeing Cockburn, his head is blown up, and then they end up getting caught. And he said, and I love this conversation because he's like, "Oh, you're in a whole lot of trouble, son." And he's like, "No, man." He's like, "Come on." He's like, "I almost blinded Jamie Lee Curtis on Freaky Friday. Okay, this shit will ruin me." But then he reveals that they get caught, and he reveals that Four Leaf actually has hands. His little hooks came off.
Yeah.
So we cut back to the gang where Jeff's eating his little jelly beans. I smoke a lot of grass. And then that's when a little bat steals
I pop
it.
a lot of pills.
I pop a lot of pills. He's like, "What are you doing in the daytime?" He's like in the background trying to catch this freaking bat. So Sandusky goes to pee. And this is where Kirk and Tug give him a little pet talk. First, Kirk comes up, tries to talk to him. He's like, "Oh, I know Speedman got everyone convinced that they were making Planet of the Apes on YouTube or some shit." He's like, "But I need you to look at that map." And he's like,
if I get you that map, you think you can read it? He's all, "Yeah, I can take a look at it."
I can take a look-see, so I get the map. A look-see.
He's like the only.
His voice. He's the only like character like.
He's the only
has his
grounded
shit
character.
together
Yeah.
a little bit, yeah. Him and kind of Al Pacino a little bit.
Yeah.
But what I forgot to mention about Al Pacino's when they're in that little scene.
Yeah.
When he goes, he's like, "Oh, I'm thirsty, man. Let me just get a little booty sweat that I got back in the night." Little product placement right there.
That was pretty good.
But yeah, so then Kirk leaves, and that's when Tug goes, I'll love it with you. I don't really gotta pee. And he even pops a booty sweat.
He pops a booty sweat, yeah.
And he goes, he's all,
maybe I can give the map a look-see.
the way he does his face. I don't know what about that guy, that dude. He's a strange little actor, but he's good. He's
like one of those actors that does the same role for every movie.
He goes, and then Tug goes, "Might be a teen choice in it for you. You have that potential. They'll slime you, the whole deal." So fucked up. He's like, "Thanks," but he doesn't give the map. Obviously, he's like, "Let me handle the map." So the gang's lost, obviously, and that's when they start to question Tug. They make it to the Bangkok River, and then he's like, and then that's an opportunity. He's like, "Bangkok." He's like, "It's already plural. You wouldn't say Chinese or something like that." And he goes, and Kirk's like, "Tell him, McCluskey, tell him what time it is."
Because he pulls the map, right?
Yeah.
But before that, he comes up. This is one of my favorite scenes. Is when he comes up to him and he tells him, he's like, "Hey, man, you looking good." He's like, "Oh, thanks."
Yeah. That's right after that, yeah.
Yeah, then he tells him, he goes, "Oh," he's like, "You look, like in Rambo." He's like, "You remember Stallone in like Rambo 1? He was looking good, but then in Rambo 2, he got really cut. That's how you look." And he's like, "Thank you." He goes, "Oh, thank you. I've been just working out." He's like, "And it tips. And it tips."
The diet pineapple, yeah. All right. And he goes, "I can't believe you people." He's, "Wait, what do you mean, you people?" That's an Al Pacino's like, "What do you mean, you people?" And I think that scene was like depicted like a lot of people use that like line all the time now. I think like, "What do you mean, you people?" And then Tug's like, "We're supposed to be a unit." And he's like, "Suck to my unit." So Tug ends up separating for the rest of the crew because it's revealed that they're going the wrong way.
He's like, "We're supposed to be doing this, but we ended up doing this."
And of course, "Sympathy for the Devil" by the Rolling Stones plays. You know, it's like a typical war thing.
Yeah, it's a real war.
Pleased to meet you. And then, so they're all going their separate ways. And then we see the other crew without Tug talking. Sandusky's talking. He's all,
and this is why DVDs are so successful.
he's talking his little spiel.
Yeah, he's talking about like Blu-ray and why people went on Blu-ray instead of
porn and like
HDVD because porn went Blu-ray or something like that.
And then Kirk, he's like, "You're talking to me this whole time?" He's like, "I was talking about whoever was listening." He's like, "Christ, man." And I use that line a lot. "You're talking to me this whole time?"
Talking to me this whole time.
So anyway, everyone gets settled, so the other boys, besides Tug, which is Kirk, Alpa, and Jeff, and Sandusky. And let's rest here. He's all, "We're going to get some meals." Back before the war broke out, I was a saucier in San Antonio. I bet I can call up some of them greens. Yeah, noodle up some crawfish out of the patio, and maybe some crab apples for dessert now, yeah.
He's like, "Is that how we talk?"
Yeah, that's how we talk. We talk like this, yes, sir. He's like, "Yo, Australian, be Australian." And he goes, "I get excited about my foods, man." That's just sweet. But like, yeah, and like again, like he's totally just going out. But that's why they had to put Alpa in there because, like, to balance, ground him a little bit.
Yeah.
So we cut to Speedman. He's out at night watching his iPad Nano or iPad Color, whatever it is. He's like in a crazy like state of mind. It's raining. He's in a little hut, and that's when he kills a panda, and then
he calls that dude right after that.
Yeah, he calls the pecker. He's like, killed the most thing I loved. He's like, oh my god, man, you killed the hooker.
He killed the hooker.
He's like, you killed the hooker. He's like, here's what you're gonna do: get your hands on some bleach, some hydrogen peroxide, and a shitload of lime. He's like, no, a panda. He's like, Amanda, that's probably not a real name. But in between that, we see Cody and Four Leaf, the real Four Leaf, captured, and that's when it's revealed that Four Leaf was fake. He was just a Coast Guard, and he was the head of the sanitation department. He's like, "You're a fucking garbage man. You're the Milli Vanilli of Patriots." I don't even know who Milli Vanilli is.
I'll tell you who Milli Vanilli is.
Tell me, dude.
So around the 80s, I believe, there was a group of two twins, or they weren't twins. There was like two guys that looked like twins. They weren't, but they were British guys, or they were German. But they came out with a song, and the song was "Girl, You Know It's True." Ooh, ooh, ooh. It was like super popular. But what ended up happening is they went to the MTV Awards or whatever, but they performed the song, and then the song started going, it messed up, like the record in the back. So it was going, girl, you know it, girl, you know it, girl. You know, and people figured out that it wasn't them singing. And then eventually the real group of people, the artists that actually sang the song, came to light. And they were, so all the songs that they made weren't them actually singing.
Oh, shoot. I didn't know that.
And that's how their career, and that was like a lot of people always talk about that.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, random. It's because I watch a lot of VH1. I love the
90s.
The 80s or whatever.
Continue. So we cut back to the platoon and oh man, I'm so thirsty. And then Al Pacino's like, I got some booty sweats. Yeah, drink some of Alpa's ass water. I'll bring him around. It's a cure-all. And that's when they start getting into it. He's like, this he calls him the N-word. And then Kirk grabs him because for 400 years, that word has kept us down. And he keeps going. And he's like, man, that's the theme song for the Jeffersons. He's like, just because the theme song don't mean it ain't true. So anyway, they get in a little fight. And then
he smacks him, right?
Yeah,
that's
he smacks him.
He
what's smacks his name? Him and hugs him. That's when he tells him for 400 years.
Lazarus smacks him. And then that's when he goes, I just know that. I'm going to tag you back.
He's like, the dingo ate your baby. So we got Jeff. He's tripping the heck out. He sees like a yak. Is that what those things are called? A yak?
I think so. I think it's
Yeah. And then he wants to. He's like, I want to wear his skin as a unitard. And then Kirk's like, ain't nobody doing nothing to no water body. I don't know why the way they make him look. It's funny. He's like spitting like uncontrollably. Like
yeah.
So Mr. Portnoy. That's when they strap him on there because Portnoy's tripping. So we get to Tug being taken captive by the little camp, still thinking it's a movie, and he's like talking to that guy. He's like, yeah, again. He's like, do it again. He's like, they're just. He's like, my body may be shackled, but my mind wanders free. He's like, wait, let me do the line again.
He's like, my body may be shackled, but my mind runs free.
Oh, that's fucking sweet.
And they start spitting at each other.
Yeah. So we cut to the gang because he sees a little camera, but it's actually just there like security. So we see the gang like watching him from above, and like they see him getting tortured. He's getting like dropped in the water. He's like, God, Damien, God, but he, obviously he still doesn't know like what's.
Why
going
are they
on.
torturing him to get like some sort of information, right? But like
they want to know what's going on, like in the Tran, which is the little fearless leader. He's like, you are trespassing my puppy fields, which is Little Nex. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
And he whiffs them all sweet. He's like,
he's like,
please don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me.
It's a punching jack. It's a punching jack. And then like so these people, they love Simple Jack. It's the only DVD they possess. Oh no, it's a VHS.
They possess. Yeah.
He's like, you should have won Oscar. He's like, you weren't nominated. So stupid. He's like, no.
There's this whole thing.
He's like, so you're gonna let me go? He's like, no, we hold you for more ransom, much more money now. So we cut to the pecker because he wants to go see Les Grossman about this TiVo bullshit that they're talking about. Like in his contract, he was supposed to get TiVo, Tug Speedman, and he hasn't gotten it. So that's his main concern. And that's when he gets a call. He's like, oh, this is Tug now. And then that's when it's like, we are Flaming Dragon for 50 million. He's like, Simple Jack belong to us now. For 50 million, you will get him back. And he's like, what kind of agency is this? He's like, we are Flaming Dragon. And that's when Tom Cruise
comes out. He's all Flaming Dragon. Yeah, listen here, fuckface.
First, take a big step back and literally
fuck yourself. Oh, fuck yourself.
Kudos to this guy, man. Tom Cruise is going all out for this role, bro.
He's like, I will massacre you. That's later.
I will fuck you up.
He's all, we don't negotiate with terrorists.
That's late. That's a later scene. So they make
I'm sorry, I
make
just
Ben
had
Stiller do the simple Jack play, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Well, Ma's going to heaven. Well, I see in my head movies, but this head movie makes my eyes rain."
And then like the actor, it's like that dude
One of
that
the
said,
guys
the guy
playing-
that tells him like you should have won an Oscar. He's the one that's playing like
playing
the
the
girl.
mom or something, right?
He's not the girl.
She in heaven now.
God damn. Oh, my
It's looking
God.
great. So we got the group. They're trying to discuss the plan to fix him. They're watching this while this is all happening. Like out, and then Kirk's like, "Well, he's all, you see." Well, Al Pacino's like, "Damn, I moved. The movie was bad." He's all, "You got to give it to the man. He's back on the retardness. Now the audience can connect." So they're like, so Al Pacino's like, "So what are we supposed to do, huh? Because he's cleaning the gun, no bullets." And Kirk goes, "I'm just a little boy playing with the dick when he's nervous." So dumb. And then Jeff Fording, they're trying to get little ideas, and like Jeff, he's like, "I got an idea. I did a low budget titty film for Skinamax." He's all naked or sex scam. He's all, "You seen it?" He's all, "Well, we catapulted with underwear," and they put his plan away because it's stupid because he's all fucked up. But that's when Sandusky's like, "Oh, we got to just do it like the script says." And then like, anybody read the script? I don't read the script. The script reads me.
You know, for a while, Lex used to tell me that a lot.
Oh yeah.
When
yeah.
we were used to do something, like I think we were taking notes, and I would be like, "Did you read it?" He's like, "I'll read the script. The script reads
The
me."
script reads me. I love it. And then he goes, "What the hell you getting that book script? Spit that shit out, man." And this part
And
was
he
all weird.
smiles?
I never know. Like this part was weird. Like he smiles, then goes to a serious, like weird face.
Yeah.
Was he? I wonder if he was like really gonna like break out laughing at that scene.
Maybe, dude.
I feel like he was.
I bet you there's a lot of bloopers for this movie because it's like you got some of like the funniest actors, or not like the funniest, but they're pretty freaking hilarious and all together. And I could imagine them just always breaking character.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially Robert Downey Jr. So they're still talking it now. It's Al Pacino and Kirk just alone. He's like, I'm sorry for the offense I caused, but are we cool? He's like, "Why are you still doing this Chicken Joe shit?" "I have no idea." He's like, "Neither do I. It's beyond me.
It's beyond me.
You're confused. I am a little confused." I love that too. It's just too funny. But then we get the another song, Buffalo Springfield. There's something happening here, in a little montage. Tug's actually accepting his new life. He's got a little son. He's like, "I'm gonna call you Half Squad. You can call me Papa." But they give him a little an Oscar twig. So he's like,
That's right.
"Oh, it's a little Oscar twig, man."
I'm gonna call you Twigman.
Good. Oh, that's later.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's happening, and then so we come back to the crew, and they're watching the stars. They're getting ready for tomorrow, and they got Jeff tied to a tree because he's so drugged up, and he's all, "Kevin, your mother's a cankerous whore." He goes, "Hey man, remember way back when I called your mom a cankerous whore?" "She's not." And then they start talking about like woman. And then, he's like, Kirk asks Sandusky, "Do you have a ladies?" "Oh, no, I barely had a girlfriend. I was hoping I'd get laid after this movie." And then they ask Al Pacino, and then, he's like, "Oh, he's always rolling in the pussy." He's like, "This was somebody that I've been really wanting to, I've never had the courage to ask on a date." And then Kirk's like, "It's easy. It's simple. You plant your feet and say, 'Hey, baby, me and you's just going on a day in the story.'" And then he tells him, he's like, "What's this sweetie's little name?" He's all, "Lance." He's all, "Well, Lance, what the fuck is going on here?" He's like, No, I said Nance. I said dance. So, Al Pacino's
everybody gay a little one time in the life. What is
He's like, everyone gay once in a while. It's like, let me ask you, when you wrote "I Eat the Pussy," were you picturing her dangling your dice on Lance's forehead? But he gets always, "I'm Al Pacino. I know the pussy." And then,
I love the pussy.
You get Jeff Portnoy on the still chart. He's like, "Alpa, if you untie me, I will literally suck your dick right now. I'll cradle the balls, swallow the shaft, work the pipe, and swallow the gravy. Get it over, everybody. Let's do this."
That's so fucking gross.
It's disgusting, but it's good. He's a druggie, bro. That's
Yeah,
how it
that's
is.
true.
He
says, "Work the pipe and swallow the gravy."
Swallow the gravy. Like even he's like, "Let's come here, buddy. Let's do this."
Oh my god.
So now we cut to their plan in the morning. So this is where they're offering Jeff Portnoy. God's
That's right.
mistake. It's Kirk speaking in Mandarin. He's like I can't even
Ni
do
hao.
that.
Something
Ni
like,
hao.
dude,
He's
electrolyte. So I spoke to someone
Who
was
was
that
Mandarin?
who knows Mandarin, and they told me that he actually did a great, like he actually spoke it really well.
Oh, really?
I wouldn't know. Obviously, I've never really,
Yeah, me
but,
neither.
but yeah, suppososly he spoke it like really well, and I was like, damn, well, that's acting.
Funny. Yeah, he's
Electrolyte.
my pea brain. Electrolyte.
He's like, where you coming from? He's like, my puppet field or something.
Yeah, he's talking about he owes a rice patty, and then he tells him like he fucks up and says, "Oh no, he's doing it. I think he does it on purpose to stall, because in the background everyone's trying to get to their place because they're gonna save it, Speedman." And then that's when the little Asian Tron he catches on. He goes, "You just said you were a poppy field farmer. Now you're a rice paddy farmer. Now you're talking about poppy field." And he realizes that he's an American guy.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Here's my motherfucking farm.
I'm a land farmer, motherfucker."
Lead
Or-
farmer.
Or lead. I
Nah,
said
come on,
land.
get your quotes right, bro. You're
that was
fired.
way off, dude.
So yeah, it's funny because the whole time they have fake guns. Like they're not legit.
They're not real. Yeah.
But they think they do, and they think they have everybody down and everything. But no, they end up fighting back. So it's a big old battle scene. They end up finding Cody and Four Leaf, who Cody actually helps the most because he's got all explosives, and then Kirk finds Tug, who's lost his mind. They try to have like a whole little duel, and they're just like, I don't know what dude I am. You're a dude playing a dude, acting like another dude," something like that. And Jeff, he wants his drugs. He fights the little kid. He knocks him out, and he's like, "They only laugh at my farts." And then that's when he drugs the little two henchmen. And then he goes like, "Come on."
He farts, that's why.
He's like, "We only have 16 hours before they wake up," because they're in a heroin processing plant. But I like how this whole so this whole sequence is going on. Everyone's getting to where they go. Like they finally get Tug to not lose. Well, he still kind of lost his mind. And then that's when Robert Downey Jr. finally stops being the black guy. He comes back to his Australian. He's like, "I am afraid I am nobody." Like he doesn't
he does the president? Oh, I forgot his name. He's like, "I am not." Something.
Oh, Neil Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong.
He's
and then he's like switching through.
Yeah, he's switching through all his characters. Like he's just having a little breakdown.
And our Father O'Malley.
I'm not Father O'Malley.
I'm assuming that Father O'Malley is the one that's from Satan's Alley.
Probably,
dude.
I think so.
Bam.
Yeah. So then, anyway, I love how this whole ending though. It shadows the beginning of the film.
Yeah.
Everything's kind of going down. Speedman, he goes back because he thinks he has I have a life here now. I'm doing 5 shows a day, and he goes back, but he ends up being stabbed by the little half squat kid, and he's like, "Blow the fucking bridge," and that's when they blow the bridge, and then they all get on, and then again, he gets launched to the side, and that's when Kirk goes back to him. He's like, "Oh, look, you're crying now." Like they're talking. He's like, he's like, "You're my friend. You're my friend." Like it's just so dumb. Like it's just a whole stupid little scene. Everything comes full circle in a way, right? And they end up getting the chopper, and that's when the little Tron guy is gonna blow up the rocket launcher. But then the Pecker shows up with the TiVo. He's like, "I got the TiVo." He's like, this first sort of how did he get there? I wonder. And you never really see him after. He kind of just disappears, unless he's in the crowd at the end. But so he throws the TiVo and ends up blocking the rocket launcher, saving them. So it shows in a last scene. It zooms out, and they're at an award show.
Oh wait, you talked about the little kid, right? That's hanging on his little back.
Yeah, a little bit, but not really.
No, you're fine. It's just because he goes, "Oh, I'll stay with you," or whatever.
Half squad,
the little half squad. He's on his back.
Stabbing
the way
the
he
shit
lies.
And he launches it.
He's like, "Go, go!" And he's like stabbing him.
I remember that part being in the previews.
Yeah,
he throws
the way he throws his little
he
body,
just launches
bro.
his ass.
It's so freaking hilarious. They had that later on in the end credit scene.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
yeah.
random little scenes, but then they're in the award show.
Yeah, they're at the award show, and that's where Tug wins for best actor for the making of the fake movie or something like that.
Yeah,
everything goes fine. Tug finally wins. Then the last scene is Les Grossman and his assistant. They're like, he's all $400 million, and you saved Tug Speedman's career. And that's when he starts dancing. I didn't really like this ending scene where he starts dancing. It's like apple bottom. Oh no, it's a different song.
Yeah,
they do apple bottom jeans before, but I didn't really talk about
that's
it.
the one we didn't talk about.
Yeah,
when he
really
tells him, he's like, "You're a big dick player."
He's like, swinging between your knees. He's like, G5,
swinging past the knees.
G5 airplane.
He's trying to get him to
just let him die.
Let him die. Yeah.
But anyway, I didn't feel like it was too important of a scene. That's why I didn't want to talk about it. But yeah, that's the end of the movie. Him dancing. And it's like, ooh, motherfucking Robin dance.
What's the song?
It's
Is
Ludacris.
Ludacris?
Something like, yeah, I think it's Ludacris.
Is it move, bitch? No,
No,
it's
I
not.
don't think
It's,
that's the one. It's a
get back, motherfucker.
I
You
think that's
don't
what
know
it
me
is.
like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's the song.
It's so super stupid. That's the dancing he wanted.
That's his dancing he wanted.
So he did it. And that's it. That was the movie. Tropic Thunder. Ernie, what do you think?
Dude, I freaking love this movie.
I have a new rating.
Okay.
Does this movie, would you go to Mexico to stream it on a computer lab?
Let me tell you, I would go to Mexico, stream it in a cafe for 2 hours.
Yes.
If I wasn't able to watch it.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And no, this movie's great. I love this movie. It's funny. I think it's really underrated. I feel like a lot of people have avoided it. I think this movie should have became a cult classic, and I don't think it has.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know how like Blazing Saddles is a really racy movie too.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
They say like the end we're all like a bunch of crazy stuff on there, and it's like it's like a political, like it's political satire, you know, like from what was going on at that time. So, but this movie never took off like that. They never like went on and like. I don't hear a lot of people talk about Tropic Thunder, really, honestly.
No, not really.
And I'm not sure if it's because it wasn't like that big or because of
I think it was a hit. Like it was
what
it
stood for.
I don't know. Maybe.
Or not what it stood for. But
it was
what
mixed
it
for sure.
Yeah.
It was mixed for sure.
Yeah. So it's an interesting one. But now going into our next segment that we usually do.
What was your rating? Love it or you like?
Well, I haven't. That was what it is. You just asked me what I thought. And I gave you my thoughts. I gave you my thoughts.
That's what I meant.
You know what? Cancel the podcast.
That's why I said the new rating, bro.
Oh, the new rating.
Cancel the podcast. Ernie still hasn't learned the quotes by now.
It's actually episode 30. So if I'm not gonna learn now, I'm never gonna learn.
Exactly.
Dude, my rating, dude, is a Rewinded, dude. I watch this movie pretty consistent, and it's one of those movies that's always in the back of my head. Like I quote a lot, and I definitely just talk about it. Especially, I think to you, we've talked about it like a handful of times. But what do you rate it, man?
I would say I love it. I mean, I love it a lot. I don't watch it constantly, but yeah, I mean, I think I know what you're saying. Like it's in my head too. I always think of it. And when I saw that it was available, I was like, well, we got to watch this movie. Or like you even said, you've actually been wanting to watch this for a while, like for a couple episodes now. But I'm glad you did it. It's great. It's fun. I did not pull a review this time because I didn't really like the reviews I was looking at. It's a lot of dumb, like a lot of people, again, like we've talked before, like they're talking crap to the whole thing. Like, oh, my husband's a war veteran. They're making fun of the war. Like, it's just dumb. Like, it's like stupid shit like that. It's like, like we were saying, like, dude, come on. Like, this is the point of the movie. Like, that's what they're doing. Like, they're just totally, embracing. But anyway, so I didn't really pull anything.
Yeah, I'm excited to.
The best thing, what was the one I saw? It was about Danny McBride's character. They said something funny. I laughed, but I was like, it wasn't good enough.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway.
Now, I'm excited that we kind of like, this is kind of our first foray into like, these kind of movies that are a little bit more discussion based, because like obviously like a lot of people who listen to this are going to be like, yeah, I didn't like this one, or we like this one, because again, it's like it's subjective, right? You're gonna like this movie for what it is, and like definitely watch it for what it is, not for what you think it's gonna be, because obviously that's what this is meant for.
Robert Downey Jr. alone is just great.
Yeah, he's a great actor, and like the fact that he did like blackface at this time, and obviously now like people are getting canceled, and like I think people were trying to cancel him again, but I think he has so much like
rapport.
Yeah, like he has like such a credit for like being this guy that
he used to be like crazy drunk crazy like dude back in the day, but yeah, he's fixed up.
Yeah, so sure. I don't know. It's just an interesting one, but I'm glad that we did this movie. It's really hilarious. You guys should definitely check it out.
Check it out.
This is the one I would like tell people. I recommend it like heavily.
Well, let me ask you, what's your favorite quote?
Oh dang, it's my favorite quote is the one I always tell you is any tips? Any tips?
This is hard, man.
No, because there's so many great ones. I think
survive.
The one that I think of for some reason is big ass titties. I don't know. It's so stupid, but
the coochless motherfucker.
Yeah, he's like, get him on the radio, get some bum now.
Bum now.
What does he say?
Had a lot of good stuff.
He's like, there you go, playing with grenades.
I'm just like a little kid playing with his dick when he's nervous. Anyway, just total bunch of quotes. Definitely recommend this movie. Watch, give it a watch, give it a listen to our cast.
Definitely go watch Satan's Alley when that comes out.
Satan's Alley, yeah, we'll be watching it for sure.
I think we're gonna dress up like monks for Halloween this year.
I love it. Do it. But anyway, yeah. Once again, follow us on Quotables Cast, Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We're on there now. We got a couple videos of us live talking.
Yeah.
You can check those out.
I also want to mention that I would love for you guys to follow us. We're on Twitter and we're on Instagram as
Twitter.
well.
You can find us there, Lexman
my name,
and Journey to the Center of the Earth or something like that.
Well, Journey is spelled weird. It's Jouernie. I just want to tell. I want to tell you.
Lexman, LEXMAAN92.
There you go. See, no one's gonna know. Oh, that's Lexman. But yeah, so like if you find us, it'd be cool.
Oh, I
like,
mean,
you
we're
guys
on
can
it. I
talk to
think
us.
we're on our thing.
Oh, that's right,
So
yeah.
like, you look at our Instagrams and you can just sign us tagged or whatever. So yeah, give us a shoot, give us a listen. People that we know, if you guys want to come on the cast, we would love to have you.
Definitely.
You got anything else for us today, Ernie?
No, that'll do it. Tune us out.
Tune us out. My name is Ernie, and I'm Lerny, Churney, but Lerny.